Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by today and joining the live stream. I'm Sunshine Shoulders. Shout out to the NTZ crew. Let me get this camera set up right. It was out of line. I know Jacob Tanjay is going to be on here. Hopefully, Michael Beecher Life will be on here. Shout out to my members, man. Thank y'all for all your support. Oh, okay, here it is. Yeah. I'm live now. It's not this isn't an evening live stream, Jeffrey. I'm live. It's only 9:31 in the morning here. What's up, H Chill? All my old heads on here. Any new viewers or subscribers? There's Eric Terry, man. You'll be here in a couple of weeks, man. I look forward to seeing you again. Any new viewers and subscribers, welcome. Okay.
Si Batra ko din ron. Ay,
Hey, welcome. I got some special guests for y'all today. And anybody, y'all got to cut your YouTube off.
ay, awasan tong kamera.
Cut YouTube off.
Sa lang YouTube. Ikat ang YouTube ko anak mo. Wala man ko nag-YouTube.
What's up, Louis Martinez? Yeah, any new viewers and subscribers, welcome. Anybody catch us on live stream?
Lab, wala man din mo gi-connect lab.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Lab.
I'm gonna have to mute you guys.
Wait lag, wait. Wait for Wala man ko nag-open.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute them for right now. You know, we always have a topic. Today's topic is if you can't make it in your home country, what makes you think you can make it over here? Wherever you're going. And let me see. Okay.
Works
well, now I can hear the feedback. You got your YouTube open. You got to cut that YouTube off.
YouTube, wala mata. No one is... We turn off already.
Okay. Well, I'm still getting the feedback.
Still feedback?
Hey, why don't y'all restart? Why don't y'all restart and come back on?
Okay.
The peso is 57.06. Now, actually, to be honest, it was 57.31 when I woke up. But, 57 is still a good, a great rate, as a matter of fact. Hey, Blizzard Abroad, thank you for your support, man. He's a new member. Check out his channel, too. He's got some real live information because, he's been over here. And that makes a difference. Okay? It makes a big difference. I give people more credibility for having been here and lived here. Drew says, who are these ladies? These are the true ladies, and I want to introduce you to them. It's 4 of them, really. I don't know how many is going to be on today because I've got a lot of new subscribers. They've never met their channel. I'm just trying to help kind of reignite their channel again. I mean, it really went down. I mean, they were one of the first Filipino channels, but they had the same problems that a lot of Filipino vloggers have. They can't come up with the content, so they're doing mainly live streams. But I got some things I want to talk about. First of all, an American was arrested in Angeles City for acts of lasciviousness. And, that's just being openly lewd and nasty, basically. And some examples of, because in the article, it didn't say what acts that he performed, but it's like showing his private parts in public, masturbation in public, secretly looking into a private area to view another person, or sending a nude picture of yourself to a minor, among other things. Okay. But he was arrested, 60 years old, up in Angeles City. Now, I'm going to tell you something. As much as I really liked Angeles City, what I didn't like about Angeles City was there's a lot of dead people up there. You can see it in their eyes, man. They've come there to die. I mean, and sadly, man, it's quite a few up there. They're just wandering around. That's their life, man. And it's a pitiful one. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you what I saw. They're drunk, they're chasing these women around. A lot of them look like they broke up there, man. I'm like, wow. But yeah, he was arrested, man. I don't know. This is one of the reasons why, guys, okay, you have to know the laws here. And then remember, it could be misinterpreted when you running up in some woman's face, talking about, hey, baby, baby, and all that, right? You don't want to really do that, man. You want to be careful. When you come over, guys are saying, how to meet women on the streets and everything like that. It could be misinterpreted, man. Harassment and all that. What's up, Rashad? He said, what's good, Unc? You teaching us a lot about financial responsibility around the world and not just the Philippines. Yeah, see, I speak to the expat community, really. And, the future expats, potential expats. I'm not a holiday vlogger. I just stay in my lane, man. Everybody has their lane. This is just mine. And if you don't like it, just keep scrolling. But I try to balance it out, man. It's too much sugary coated holiday bullshit about the Philippines, man. And nobody's really giving any concrete information. There's a difference between entertainment and education. If you plan on moving over here, I'm looking for as much information as I possibly can. The entertainment's going to be here when you get here. He said Angeles is the end of the road for a lot of expats. It is, honestly, to be honest, man. When I was up there, that's the only knock that I saw. I just saw some bad looking foreigners up there. I don't know if they were American, European. They were just up there. I mean, we arrived early in the morning. And on our way to the hotel, you seen them on the strip. Then right off the strip, I mean, they were looking bad. Like they'd been up all night. But yeah, what we're going to talk about, we're going to further talk about my video yesterday of why some expats make it over here and some don't really. That's what it is. What that video really was doing was telling you what it takes to make it over here. It wasn't a negative video. It's saying, we're so caught up in budgets. We think that all I need is a good enough budget and I'm going to be okay. Or there's a difference in, because people think, well, anybody can come over here to the Philippines and live. And we get that confused with anybody can come over here and get a woman. That's two different things. You can't put them two together. Sometimes they go together. Let's see if they back on, guys. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to deal with it. I don't know what's going on y'all's end.
There's still feedback? Oh my God.
Yes, it's a feedback.
Why? I don't know. We Torn
Well,
off
that's okay.
everything.
Well, anyway, I want to introduce the true girls to my audience. Now, well, I don't know. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Maybe we're going to have to try it some other time. It's not going to work. It's too much feedback.
So
I
everything is
can't,
off here.
yeah, I can't, it's not going to work. I apologize. Maybe some other time, ladies.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
going to
it's
work
okay,
today.
no problem.
What? Yeah. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not going to work, everybody. They, um, they got bad equipment today. But yes, the difference between anybody can come over here and get a woman versus anybody can come over here and live. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let me say this too. 1.4 tons of shabu was confiscated in Batangas. I believe that's north of, isn't that north of Metro Manila? I get kind of confused. Or is that south? Worth 9.68 billion pesos. Man, that's a lot of damn meth. But you know, uh, meth is popular over here because number one, it's cheap, and number two, it curbs people's appetites over here, and they're able to escape a lot of times their hardships over here. I was looking at something on YouTube about that. Why it's so popular? What's up, John Gomez? You still in the DR? But yeah, man, that's a lot. 1.4 tons. Now we tried 3 times, Barry. Yeah, that's a lot of destruction to the individual and their family. But you know, no one seems to care, you know, around the world. The only way you're gonna stop that drug war or whatever it is, the best way to fight that drug war is prevention. You know, to keep people off the drug or get them off of it. Because I haven't purchased any drugs in almost 26 years. Hey, what time is it, Travels? What's up, 53 Shades Darker? Yeah, guys, hit the like button, man. Show some support for my channel, man. I'm one of the few channels that's in this lane that's really giving you pertinent information that's going to help you when you come over here. This isn't fun and games, man. All that's waiting for you when you get over here. And hell, by the time you get our age, you should have been and had enough fun and games. You think all my life over here is nothing but being serious? No, ask Maryland. We have fun. We travel. We act like teenagers from from time to time. But hell, there's a time and place for that. He says, are they still in the Philippines? They are. Well, they have bad equipment, HT. I can't do that. Okay. See, that's what I'm thinking. What happens is people want to watch themselves on YouTube and uh, be live at the same time. You can't do it. Something's going on. Something's making that feedback. I've been doing this long enough to know that. That's what he's saying. Is one of them watching the feed on their cell phone. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of introduce them because I've got a lot of new viewers, and I'm trying to help their channel because this went dead. It tanked. Okay, it made me think about it yesterday. It came up on my feed. Hell, there was 12 people watching their live stream, and at one time, man, they were super popular. But like I said, they run into the same problem that a lot of these Filipino vloggers run into. Okay, and that's they run out of content eventually. Hey, what's up, Rodney? Yeah, that's usually what happens. Hey, Charles, what's going on? Thomas. He said, before I left America, hell, the government took down the company. Sun Moon says the old saying is that wherever you travel, there you are, you take your problems with you. Well, that has a lot to do with it. You know, let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, mainly gentlemen watching this. A low cost of living has its privileges, man. It has its benefits, but it takes more than that. It's not going to take you all the way. Because one guy asked me under the thank you, Marlon Alvarez, for that super chat. He said, what's up, boss, man? I'm glad to make it to the live stream. I know it's going to be another good one. How's it going in the Philippines? Man, it's going great, man, but it's hot here, man. I mean, really, really hot. And, you know, we got some sad news today. Marilyn's uncle stopped by today, which he normally does, maybe once or twice a month, man. And he's really in bad shape. She's worried about him. She's worried sick about him, really. I mean, he is I just saw him maybe 2 weeks ago. It's like night and day. He may be on his last leg. And she claims he's 64. But this guy rides his bike everywhere. I mean, he was, you know, other than the little ailments that he had, because we buy his medicine. But now he's really, man, he's really in a bad way right now. Other than that, Marlon, yeah, things are going real good. Mama Max says it's only a drug when you're not getting it from the doctor. Yeah, it has the same components as meth. It's also advertised as a dietary supplement. Do your research, know your history. Yeah, actually your body doesn't know the difference between a legal drug and an illegal drug. You know, it's the hypocrisy of society. You know, cigarettes are legal, and they're the most deadliest drug, certainly the most addictive on the market. If you took cigarettes off the legal market and made it illegal, people would be stealing, selling their bodies, and doing everything that they're doing for cigarettes now. In certain cities, like the big cities, New York, Chicago, people are selling cigarettes because they're so expensive. Somebody from Chicago on here, how much is a pack of Newports or Cools or whatever it is? In 2012, when I was there, they were over $11 a pack. Okay, Eric Gardner was killed by the police in New York. He was selling cigarettes. Okay, when the police ran up on him and killed him. Golden Gate said, Cal, you told them months ago for those girls to share the nitty gritty. They're not going to do it. And this is how, you know, I can look straight through Filipinos who are trying to give you the nitty gritty, which is the only one. The rest of them, they can't go against their thinking. Their culture won't allow them to do it. Okay, so when you see somebody doing it, you know it's a phenomenon. Somebody's behind that. They're not going to do it. All they're going to talk about is relationships and sex. They're not going to really give you the inside information. There's only one woman doing that, and I guarantee you there's somebody behind that because they just won't do it. If you can't swim, and I say this over and over, you're not going to jump in the deep end of the swimming pool. You're not going to act against your thinking. Okay? That's a rule of nature. You're not going to do it. So when you see somebody do it, you know that something's going on. But they won't do it. They run out of material because words mean something over here in the Philippines. You know, in America, where I'm from, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. We grew up on that. But words are strong and are powerful here. So they're afraid of the backlash they're going to get. I mean, Maryland, some of the comments you guys make and the trolls make in my comment section, it brings her to tears. And I'm like, there's nothing. These are invisible people. We don't even know them. But words mean a lot over here, man. But yeah, I tried my best to to help them. They were one of the first ones that I pushed out there as a woman, as women vloggers over here, and they did pretty good at first. They stopped making videos that do live streams only. He said the P is struggling also. Yeah, you know, because eventually you're gonna have to give the real nitty gritty. You know, you can't walk the fence. She's got a big enough following. She's big enough star that she can withstand it, probably. Okay, because it doesn't matter what she puts up there. She's going to get a lot of views. Okay. Now, how long that can last, I don't know. John Gomez said low cost of living is definitely a life change and a way to go. Yeah, but it's not the only thing, because the guy asked me, he said, give me an example of why expats don't make it in the Philippines or different places. I got to say, yeah, that's easy. You know, the inability to establish a social life is one. Okay. When the going gets tough, they get going, they get gone. Because it's going to get tough. Homesickness. It's a lot of reasons why, you know, but the people who have that mental toughness, who have that positive attitude, that commitment, that perseverance to keep on keeping on no matter what, and say, hey, I came over here, I'm going to face the bad times or whatever. They make it to the other side. The other ones, man, I told y'all, once they drop off the cliff, they're gone. Certainly in the all hell breaks loose period, they're out of there. Okay? I don't care how much less money you're paying. Hey, Daniel, he says, hey, Cal, just came on to watch you. Thank you. Hey, Michael Alexander, I saw you, brother. Let me go back and hit him up. He's been a long time supporter, man. He says $12 in Dallas. Wow. That's a lot of money, man, for a pack of cigarettes. John Gomez says about $20 a pack. He said, Philippine Paradise said, hello, Calvin. Sorry about Maryland's relative. Hope he gets better. I don't know, man. He looks bad. I mean, he really looks like he's it's like he's not been eating is what it looks. I mean, he's just thin, and I mean his face is like there's no meat on his face. There's no meat on his bones. It's just like skin and bones. There's no meat. I've never seen him look like that. And he's doing this. We had to call the tricycle to come and get him. He couldn't ride his bike back. And that's her father's brother, man. He looks just like her father. So, you know, she's close to him. And that's the type of thing that I tell you about when guys say, oh, I'm not going to help the family. Why wouldn't I help him? You know, he comes over here, once or twice a month. We give him 200 pesos for his medicine. You would be unthinking to turn your back on him and say, no, man, you know, get it on your own. Hey, what's on, African repat? I don't know. What did Daniel Taylor say? He said the drug game is dangerous over there. Wow, Daniel Taylor said $50 for a pack of smoke of 20 sticks in Australia. Wow. Liquor is addictive and the only drug I'm allowed to consume until I retire. Yeah, well, see, everybody that drinks isn't an alcoholic. Okay, and you can drink in moderation. You can't smoke cigarettes in moderation. You can't do it. Hey, Isaac, what's up? Yeah, well, see, my mother, I used to go to a store. This is the honest truth, man. I remember when cigarettes were $10 cents a pack. When they went up to a quarter, my mother said, oh, I'm going to quit. It's too high. Then it went up to 35 cents, 50, $1, I'm going to quit. By the time my mother died of lung cancer, by the way, She smoked for 50 years. That was 1993. I don't know how much a pack of cigarettes was, but I'm pretty sure it was approaching $3 in Kentucky. But that's what she said, Frank. It's time to quit. It's too expensive. But you can't quit, man. It grabs a hold of you. What's up, Patrick Blackrock? When you headed back over this way? Wow, he said it's 13 in New York City. Yeah, they sell cigarettes because people don't have $13, Mike. Okay, they got $1, but they don't have 13, so they'll go out and buy a cigarette for $1. He said 7 a clip. What's up, Ryan? But yeah, he was asking me that, and I gave him some examples of that. Anybody just joining us, another American was arrested in Angeles City for lasciviousness, acts of lasciviousness, civiousness. And that's like being lewd and nasty. And, you know, some examples are showing your private parts in public, masturbating in public. They're not saying this is what he did. They were looking for him. They finally caught him and arrested him. I'm just giving you some examples of lasciviousness. Looking into a private area, like maybe a woman's bathroom or locker room. Sending nude photos of yourself to a minor. So they were looking for him for several counts of that. They finally ran up on him in Angeles City and they arrested him. Craig B said family first. If your wife, girl is close to her family, you have to respect that and support her. I don't see why you wouldn't. But you know, this manosphere, it's got every man thinking that, you know, that there's no honor in taking care of his woman. I don't buy that. You know, you're not going to get something for nothing. It's a wonder men have so much trouble with women if you're not going to be able to take care of her. I'm not saying be a simp and put her needs above yours and all that. I'm just saying being a decent human being. What's up, Frank? He says, I'm headed back next week. He said it's $18 in New York City. I knew it had to be something like that because Eric Gardner, look it up, he was selling cigarettes on the corner. They do it in Chicago too. When the police ran up on him and killed him. What's up, Cisco? Yeah, he said, I remember when cigarettes were $2 a pack and my dad would send me to the store to buy them. Kids can't do that nowadays. Parents would be under the jail. I bought cigarettes, beer back in the day. They still do that over here. Remember, the Philippines is a throwback. I could send Booby to the store around here to buy a quart, a liter of Red Horse and a pack of cigarettes, and they would sell it to him. Booby, okay? Yeah, he was basically acting like a pervert in public. Yeah, well, that's illegal over here. Remember, you're not at home. And a lot of those guys, they show up here. Remember, this is the land of misfits. You're going to run into some strange characters here, man. You're going to see some odd couples. And that's what gives people the impression that it's easy to make it in the Philippines. Well, what do you consider easy and for how long? What do you consider a long period of time? I'm going with 5 years because you can fall in love, man. You can be in love for a year or two and that'll carry you. But you're going to see, this is why a lot of guys go broke over here and they go back home because they're exposed over here. There is no help. There is no assistance. There is no support that they're used to getting at home. You're on your own over here. You can't go and get a loan. Wouldn't it be easier if I would have got a loan to buy this house? I could have kept the principal in the bank. I can't do that. I had to spend all my money. Same with a motorcycle and all that. You know, you can get that, but I mean, a car, you got to pay for that. 53 Shades Darker said, I can't talk about anyone about their habits because I drink sometimes responsibly like an adult should. Yeah, that's all it is. You know, I'm just saying the smoking, though, the doctors would tell you there's no smoking in moderation. You can drink in moderation, but your body, either one, was not designed to smoke or drink. Okay, Marlon, he says, sorry about that, guys. Let me fix this. He says, getting arrested in another country is the last thing I would want to deal with, especially if I don't know all the laws. That's exactly right. But, you know, what happens is, ladies and gentlemen, is we come over here and we bring ourselves with us. Remember that. Wherever I go, there I am. And if you were a failure in your own country, you're probably going to fail over here. You may be able to hold on because it costs less. So if you were succeeding over there, you probably got a good chance of succeeding over here. But all we worry about is money. Nobody ever asked me in my comments, what do I really have to deal with over there, Calvin? They'll say something like, well, I've got X amount of dollars. Can I live off that? Well, you probably can, but you're going to need a whole lot more than a good budget, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you're going, you can only speak for America, from a country that basically does everything for you. Now you're coming into a society that does nothing for you, okay, and very little for its own citizens. You got to be better here than you are at home. And people don't get that. They think, oh, it's just all fun and games, a party 24 hours a day. They get it mixed up about, oh, it's easy to get a woman over here versus easy to make it over here. Now, this is a hostile environment for real. Could anybody on here argue with me that it's probably tougher, that it is tougher to earn a living in the Philippines than it is in America? I don't think you could argue with me about that. Hey, Elect, there's Laura. He said he could have stayed in the USA, dressed like a female, and hang out in Planet Fitness women's bathroom. Yeah, and he wouldn't even get arrested, Laura. Good to see you. Welcome back. But yeah, I don't know what he did, but the one thing you're going to notice about Angeles City, among other things, it's a bunch of dead people. You can see it in their eyes. They're done. Stick a fork in them. They're done, guys. Yeah, he says, I remember the old cigarette machines with the pull rod. Me too. They were a quarter, 35 cents. Yeah, mom sends you a note with a shopping list. Them was the days. And sometimes, man, we had a store across around the corner. His name was Cecil Turner, not Cecil Turner, but we called him Whitey because he was the only white man, and he owned a little grocery store, and you get credit. He'd run up the bill, you know, once you get to a certain amount, he wouldn't give you anything. But I'm going to tell you, when my mother died, I was 30 years old. I hadn't stopped drinking and getting high. So sometimes I'm a grown man, 29, 28, going around there to the store with a note, getting cigarettes, beer, and bread on credit. What's up, S1? He said, good, they got that dude. We don't need that crap here. We call that L&L, PC 273. Yeah, but they got a lot of people. You know, here lately, they've been kind of cracking down on people. I don't know if that's a sign of things to come. But I mean, you know, you would think that there would be more arrests like that over here and different things. And it's kind of, um, okay, what? Adding up now. I mean, I honestly believe that, and I don't know, but that World Zoom thing just is just kind of crazy to me. I believe the trolls turned him in, brought those authorities, brought attention to his record, you know, with the authorities. He says the shameful MP guy basically be in hiding because men become obsessed with exotic beauty. I can't imagine the stories you know of, but you can't tell on these YouTube streets. Yeah, she's very popular, man. You know, when I saw that, you know, because first I used to say, why don't she go to meet and greets and stuff? But now I know because I've seen guys over here basically stalking the young lady. You know, it's like, it is a shame, man, that a young lady like that in her own country, in her own city, you know, she can't, um, you know, go to the store and everything. You know, we're just so thirsty. Okay. Now, part of that, Rashad, she could shut all that down, but it would probably shut her channel down too if she went on and said, you know, I've got a boyfriend already. But I don't think she's too smart to do that. But yeah, you know, you can't blame her. You do have to blame the men for that. And that's why I was trying to kind of counsel July. You know, you got to be careful what you're putting out there because people are gonna run up on you. They're coming over here. If they think you're that easy and all that, you're gonna bring the wrong type of attention to yourself. Okay, so you know you're grown and everything. He said, "Where's Geechee?" He's making a lot of videos now. He's been. If you go on his channel, you'll see that he's got a little friend. I don't know. She said that's her best friend and more. That was out of her mouth. So I don't know. Maybe he's got a girlfriend. She seems to be an older lady, somebody that maybe can, you know, help take care of him and different things. But he's been traveling around Negroes Occidental a lot here lately, making videos and stuff. But yeah, he's around, man. Yeah, he's around. But what people don't understand is you got very little room for error over here. It's not like you don't have that um, help and assistance and everything that you do in your country. You're basically invisible over here. Okay? And it's a lot of guys who leave here, but they leave here quietly. You don't know that, first of all, you don't know they come, and you don't know that they leave. But I see them leave because they can't handle it. They can't make it. It's harder than what they thought. And so you have to have conversations like this just to try to prepare people. I mean, it's enough channels on YouTube where the fun and games, the entertainment, and all of that. Okay, you can get all the excitement and everything that you want. There's enough TNA on there. People going up and down Walking Street. You know, it's they made it all about women because for some reason now that's where the money is. I'm not going to do it though, not blatantly like that, because I can't get away with it. Okay, They falsely accused me of that, and the authorities came down on me. So imagine if I did some of the stuff some of these other vloggers are able to get away with. I'm not able to get away with it, man. If I just talk about having sex with a Filipino, man, here they come, the trolls. You know, they're going to misinterpret what I'm saying. Oh, look, he's disrespecting. But yet you literally got people walking a line between pedophilia over here, okay? But they get away with it. They can travel all around, more than one guy. Oh, how to get a Filipino, where to get a Filipino, you know. They're with a different woman every day. If I tried that, man, listen, okay? But you know, we're not going to talk about anybody on here, guys. You know, we're not going to win a beauty contest either. And people like what they like. I'm just saying that I tried to help the True channel today by bringing them on, introducing them to a whole new audience. But the same thing is going to happen. There's no content there. You know, and I think they showed their card too early. Maybe somebody knows that they've got a boyfriend, or they give the impression that, you know, they're off limits. So they kind of hurt their brand because they were one of the first Filipino vloggers out there. They had a chance and they were super popular, man. When I first brought them on my channel, it broke the bank because I told people, I said, look, I'm going to split whatever super chats we get with them because they weren't monetized. You know, we were trying to encourage them to continue to make videos, etc. Some guy made so many super chats that YouTube shut him off. It's the most super chats I've ever received, other than the fact when John died. And see, people don't understand. When they sent all that money for John on the super chats, remember, YouTube takes 45% of that, but I paid Vanessa all of that money. I took that hit. I took that 45% hit because she needed it. But yeah, they broke the bank. Edgar Castillo says, from personal experience, because it is cheap to gain access to professionals in other countries, you should take advantage and consult with them. We are not going to get any better by just moving. And that's a great point. That's a great point. But because see, people tell me, oh, why don't you go around the Philippines and show us this and show us that? I said, don't you realize that the Philippines has a whole tourism department that can show you anything you want to see about the Philippines? But you want to throw it on me because this is where we want to get our information, Edgar. Remember we were talking about time management the other day. It takes time to do what you're saying to do, Edgar, and we don't want to spend that time. They want me to rip and run around here in the Philippines. It's 2,000 islands. All you got to do is go into the Department of Tourism. They got a whole tourism department, ladies and gentlemen. But you trying to get your information from YouTube bloggers, man. We're just a drop in the bucket. Just like this man said. Use the professionals, man. What's up, man? He said it takes a strong-willed person to live in another country. I lived in the Philippines 2 months. I like it there because it's cooler weather there. I couldn't see myself there 5 years like you doing, Cap. Yeah, see, I talk to expats. I talk to people who actually are going to be boots on the ground, who are going to live here. And that's why my content is a little different than the other content you're seeing. If you just say, for instance, and I'm not, picking on guys because I don't do that, but say, for instance, you're watching Regular Guy, you're watching Chad Foster, you're watching a couple of more who just travel all around. Do you really think that's going to be your life when you get over here? If it is, you better have a successful YouTube channel like both of those guys got, because it's going to take a lot of money to do that. Okay, this is what y'all not seeing. If you think you're going to get over here and run around like they're doing, that's because they got that extra money. They got them big channels, man. You know, people like to see that. So, you know, y'all pouring the views their way. But if you think that's going to be your life over here, you better think again. "53 Shades Darker" says, "I seen a vlogger. He was a non-American talking dirty about his body parts and who would a Filipina handle it, and no one says anything. Let us say something like that, we would be told he's still vlogging." Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's asking Filipinos, do they take it in the rear? Do they, and all of that stuff, man. But you know good and well, if I just thought of something like that, that's coming from me. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because it's true. Oh, that's okay, Jacob. Welcome. Some people can get away with more. I know my lane. I'm going to stay in it. I push the envelope to a certain extent, but then I got to rein it in because I live over here. You know, if they'll make a video about the Fantastic 4 inches and try to turn the Filipino people against me for that, but you let these guys run around here exploiting these women, really exploiting these women, and they're getting away with it, man. I'm just telling you, it's facts. Okay? What's up, Happy Man 6920? Yeah, it is a shame, but pretty soon all of them going to die out. But I don't know, you know, will you get tired of looking at young Filipinas? I don't think we will. But there is no content there. I guess it's all content. I guess it's entertainment. Alan J. Garcia said, yes, too many of these foreigners think when they arrive in the Philippines, anything they touch will turn to gold. They are still the same people that were in their home country. Absolutely. That's the whole point of my video yesterday. But we think that, Alan, that for some reason, the Philippines has this magic potion. When we get off the plane, they sprinkle it on us, and all of a sudden we change into somebody else. No, if you were a loser over there, you're probably going to be a loser over here with less expenses. He says, I didn't hear well. YouTube shuts off abilities to send super chat. Yeah, because maybe they thought, you know, it might have been his credit card. You know, when you hit like that, I mean, he was sending 200 at a time, Kamal. Okay. So maybe his credit card shut off, but he said, I can't send anymore. I want to send more. I can't send. YouTube won't let me. He said YouTube. He said, yeah, they fizzled out a lack of content. Yeah, they stopped making videos. They were doing pretty good at first. Okay. And you got to realize, guys, the armchair bros, the no passport bros, the plantation bros, they're fueling those women's channels. But the people who are actually have every intention to come over here, they don't even look at those channels. You know, it's like, why I need to look at these channels? I can see it in real life. Okay. It's the guys who will never come over here. Those are the ones who are filling up the viewerships, the memberships, the PayPal and all that. He said, the only episodes I enjoy from the P is when she's helping people. It could be a family, a single person. This is also a good way to get a break from having to create brand new content every time. Yeah, and I think you hit on something. We don't have to create brand new content all the time. But the audience tries to make us think we have to do that, Marlon. Remember, we're educators. If you're an educator at a college, you're a professor, if you're a school teacher, and you teach math, you're teaching that same math course. And then when the year's over and to start the new year, you start over. You don't teach a whole new different math unless they assign you to that. Okay, because YouTube doesn't work like that. It's not like the same viewers are just going to stay there and follow you. There's new viewers that are coming into your YouTube universe every single day, every single minute, really, who are looking for this information. That's why when you see the general information, these general vlogs, you can't knock it because everybody hasn't saw those vlogs. What to bring to the Philippines, okay? If I'm new to the Philippines, this is what I would do and all that. People who've been watching YouTube for a long time, we cringe at that stuff, but you can't knock that stuff because somebody needs it. They haven't seen it, okay? He said, man, when you made that BBC video, YouTube damn near exploded. I don't know why a cool cat from Louisville can cause such a stir. Sad part about it is men who obsessed with you. Yeah. And I believe it was a man, I believe it was a black man that sent Sharon Lapu Lapu after me. Because there was no reason for her to start trolling me like that, man. I helped her. I mean, but that's just the cards, the way the cards are dealt. Okay, I'm not gonna let it stop me. But you know, the BBC is just I'm telling you true facts. There are more black men showing up here in the Philippines than there ever was before. Ain't nothing I did. He said, yeah, those guys are also single. Yeah, and you know, like I said, a lot of people watch their channel thinking that, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. But it's really the guys who never come over here, because you get over here and you try to duplicate what they're doing, you're gonna go broke. Hey, he said, peace, power, and profit to all. Yeah, this is a great point here he's making. He says, people always say we complain too much, but the facts are we get scrutinized for the least thing we do. Okay. Yeah, he said, just got back from Bahal yesterday. He said, Chocolate Hills is overrated. Try that river cruise instead. Well, you know, you can do it all. You can buy that whole package. You know, it's just something that I wouldn't say it's overrated. Now, was it green when you saw it, or was it brown, like a Hershey's Kiss? Did you do the swinging bridge and the little bitty tarsier monkeys? And I did that whole thing, man-made forest. I did the whole 8-hour trip. We did the river cruise. I forgot the name of that, where you get it's all inclusive. You get that buffet and everything. I actually enjoyed it. He said, had to make a run. What's the topic today? We're just talking about, really, if you can't make it in your own country, you can't make it here. And really, what does it take to make it in the Philippines as an expat? Remember, some of us need a vacation. Some of us need to vacate. But only you're going to be able to determine that. Because the guy says, yeah, you got to look at your options. Do I want to go there 3 months, 6 months, 9, the whole year, 2 weeks? Yeah, you got to determine that. But a lot of people who come over here with every intention of staying forever, they can't make it. They underestimated the Philippines is what they did. They think the party never ends. Party, let's drink up, smoke up, you know. Okay. It gets quiet over here. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. It gets really, really quiet. That's what you need to be self-motivated. Okay. I'm back to doing my routine because I'm only going to go to the gym once a week. I don't want to get all big and muscular looking like that. You know, but nobody's making me do that. Nobody's knocking on my door and saying, Cal, it's 6 o'clock. Get out there. Damien Wilson says an African American planning to move to the Philippines in a few months. It's difficult to find expat content that caters to us. Most single YouTubers are white dudes who travel around the Philippines for women. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm doing. But really, there's a once you get over here, there's a group. If you're in Cebu, I believe it's called Brothers in the Philippines. They'll help you with all of that, whatever you're trying to do. Okay. But hell, I'm a brother right here. I'm showing you how it's done. You know, I'm walking the walk. You know, it's not all about women. You know, the women are here, but it's not all about the women. But that is what you're going to see on YouTube, entertainment. But the people who really want to come over here, like you, who have every intention of coming over here, trying to relocate or whatever it is, that kind of stuff doesn't interest you. You're looking for some meat and potatoes. You know, that's why I talk about, you know, when you fly in, if your first time, fly into Cebu, Angeles City, you know, over Manila. Okay, it will be that order, really. Even though I put Angeles City, it's like 1A and 1B as far as Angeles City and Cebu. Because you're going to get an easier transition into the Philippines, not like Manila. You're going to have a lot of the things in all those three cities. Any parts of the expat alley, Damien. But when you're talking about for us, really all foreigners are thrown into the same basket over here. Okay? There's no difference. They don't treat you any different, I promise you. We're all outsiders, man. Hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin is BBC, Big Bad Cal. Thank you, man. But, you know, that's how people know what that video was about. You know, and then some guy says, yeah, you know, you're trying to sexualize Filipinos. I never even talked about Filipinos in that video. He said Manila was a harsh transition, in my opinion. It is, man. You know, I'm not just on here yapping. I'm just giving you my experience. I mean, as a seasoned Filipino traveler, I avoid Manila at all costs, man. I remember, let's see, I'm trying to think, was it 2016? I'm almost sure. Don't you know I had to exchange my money outside the airport, right outside the door? I'm scared to death. Like, well, damn. What's this all about? They didn't have it on the inside like in Cebu. You know. Ron Vigil said, what's up with you and Mike? Have beef? Are you exposed? Well, what are you talking about, man? Get off here with that. You got no beef with nobody. Man, I'm a grown man. That's all that childish stuff y'all got over there. If somebody got a problem with me, that's there. You got to talk to them. I don't have a problem with anybody. I'm over living my best life, man. Like, I'm a 60-year-old man. What am I having a beef with somebody? Y'all crazy with that stuff. Go on with that, man. Don't bring that on my channel. No, you're wrong. If he has a beef with me, it's manufactured to get him more views and more followers. I don't need it, brother. I don't need that. Thomas says some people can't handle the heat, Filipino food. You got to remember you're not back on the block anymore. I was just talking about the food yesterday. I don't see how people have a problem with the food. What food? We went out with a couple yesterday. They're from, well, he's from Australia. She's from the Philippines. But they live together in Australia. We ate at Malwani, but I don't have a problem with food over here, man. Once you be over here for a little while, you're going to know where to get the food. Michael Beach of Life has turned me on to a whole lot of places in Cebu. Jack Wolfanger has turned me on to some places in Bahal Island. You just got to know where you're going, and it all depends on who's cooking it. Now, you're talking about a lot of these native foods. I don't eat balut and all that stuff. But hell, what There's only so many ways you can cook chicken, beef, pork, and fish. Merlin's a good cook, and her mother is a good cook. He said that group meets up every month for breakfast here in Lapu Lapu. It's called Brothers in the Philippines. Yeah, I think it's the first Sunday of every month. I have been invited a few times. I would check them out. Looks like a good group of men. Yeah. But see, the thing is, as a foreigner, it's not like a us and them type of thing. You know, when you come over here, man, you're a foreigner. That's it. If you change Jay Deli. Now, when I got there, man, there was none. I had to go out. The guy pointed me outside. I'm like, wow. I don't care who he's talking about. I don't have a problem with anybody over here. Those guys are trying to climb on and get on up. That's what the Taylor Made Dreams are talking about, why he's getting up with YouTube. He said, I don't get it, all this drama, all these grown-ass men trying to come up on your name. That's all that is. Y'all know I don't have a problem with nobody over here, man. I don't give a damn who he's talking about. I don't have a beef with nobody. I look like having a beef with somebody. I'm 60 years old. Man, you fuck with me, man. Because we getting Maryland I'm going to get Maryland a gun. We'll blow your damn head off. We ain't got time for that stuff, man. We walking up on me with no bullshit, man. I'm 60, over here trying to live my best life. Okay? We ain't got time for that. 60 years old having a beef. Come on, guys. Y'all got to quit that. AC Knight says, if you don't have someone there to help you when you arrive, that city will eat your life. Yeah, Manila's pretty damn bad, man. I'm not going to lie. Hey, I'm going to get you off here, man. You gone. Bye. You're nothing but a troll. He said there's a reason that Vietnamese and Thai food is famous on the world cuisine stage. Filipino food isn't exactly. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I've been to Thailand. They have more food choices. But there's delicious food here, Wandering Doc. I'll give you an example. If you're in Lapu Lapu, go to the Morning Glory Grill and then talk to me about the Philippines not having good food or not having good food choices. I could name you 10 places, really. It's all about trying to find your way over here instead of sitting around complaining, oh, the food's not any good. Well, get out there and find where the good food is. Okay, I put that Morning Glory Grill on par with anything I had when I was in Thailand. I mean, it's ridiculous, guys, what y'all talking about. It's just not true. There's great food over here if you know where to find it. King Arthur, thanks for that super chaser. Cal, you sauteed your fish and beat your meat. Well, we very seldom, only time I eat steak, okay. I'm going to give you another, if you don't know where to eat in the Philippines. When you go to Dumaguete, go to Cafe Racer. It's right off the boulevard. Whatever they got in there is good. It's right behind the Lantau restaurant, which they changed cooks too much. They used to have great Filipino food. But Cafe Racer, they've got a filet mignon that'll rival anything in Thai, anything in Vietnam or whatever, man. I'm just saying. You got to look around for this stuff, guys. You can't be lazy and sit around and let people do it for you. And it's only 469 pesos, by the way. What's that, about $8? But see, the Philippines is known for more than just food. Okay, so I don't play the comparison game, man, because you got to put down one place to build up the other place. Why can't you just come over here and enjoy the Philippines for what it is? See, that's what making it to the other side is about. The Philippines, I can see it for what it is and what it isn't. Okay, I don't have all time to, I don't have time to be here all day debating somebody what's better. The Philippines or Thai. Depends on what you like. Okay, I'm just saying that there's a lot of places in the Philippines that have great food. He said, make me a mod, Cal. I'll help with the trolls. I got two great moderators, man. It's just, there's only one troll was on here so far today, that Rod Vigil. We zap them, man. We don't play no games, man, with them on here. Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, okay, but what I'm saying is, but, okay, you may be right about that, Rashad. He said, Unc, I know you stick up for the field 1,000%. That's because I live here, man. I haven't been to those other places. I've been to Thailand for 5 days. But it doesn't matter. Wherever you go, you don't be there long enough and you don't see enough of the country to be an expert on it. And remember, it's just your opinion. Everybody's got an opinion. He said, but at Vietnamese pole is crack. 1980s Nino Brown crack. Yeah, but they got a nice, okay, me and Robert White, he owns his own business, real estate business, trucking business over in America. We met in Manila when I was on my way to Thailand. He took me to a Vietnamese place in Mall of Asia. He said, what do you think about national chains in Philippines like Jerry's? Well, I'm going to be honest with you, cooking with Luke and friends. Whenever you go to a national chain, they vary. There's not a lot of consistency because of the cooks. They're changing cooks all the time. Jerry's used to be one of my favorite places. That's with a G, by the way. And to me and Merlin ate at the Jerry's on the boulevard in Dumaguete, man. It was the worst food I probably had since I've been here. No flavor, no nothing. Okay, but the Jerry's in Ayala Mall used to be off the chain, man. But because I had that bad experience, and then they've got one that's real good in SM Mall. You just really don't know because they're changing cooks all the time. The reason why Mawani has such great food, I've been in San Carlos City for 5 years. They've had the same chef over there. That makes a difference. That makes all the difference in the world. What happens here is these cooks are looking for better wages or whatever it is. I don't know. That's what happened to the Lantau. Man, at one time, man, they were on fire. That Lantau restaurant in Dumaguete. I'm talking about, I would swear by that food. The barbacoa or whatever you wanted in there, man, was off the chain. It was off the charts, man. Delicious. Now they've got a different cook. The recipe is different. The barbacoa is nothing. It's not meaty. It's not, doesn't have the consistency. It's like water with pig feet in it. Little pig's feet in it. It's horrible. So yeah, that's what I think about it. It just depends on the cooks. If you can get a place that has the same cook, okay, you got something. We've got several places here in San Carlos City because one thing you're gonna notice about San Carlos City, and this is what people have pointed out to me, because I never really noticed it. There's a lot of middle class Filipinos living in San Carlos City. So if you go to the Palau Hotel, go to their restaurant, the food is delicious. If you go to Mr. C outdoor restaurant, because I don't eat the one on the indoor, they've got good food because they've got the same cooks. They're not running around. Oh, wow. Thanks for that super chat. Castlevania Kid, he says, I'm out here in the oil fields of Odessa, Texas, listening to Calvin, and I heard an old ninja cuss a female out. First thing he says is, let me tell you something, you funky bitch. Well, see, I don't know who said it, but they said it the best. They said, a no good woman was made that way by a no good man. That's crazy. He said, if you think foe is cracked, I'm going to assume you got low standards. He said, high key, you shouldn't. The chicken strips, spicy fish sauce, chicken, and barbecue fries in Vietnamese. In Vietnam, Jollibee, go crazy. He said, that's exactly why I'm leaving. He said, yeah, Jerry's used to be my spot 5 years ago. It's not the same like Golden Corral in the USA. Jerry's really used to be good, but it's falling off because they keep changing cooks. And that's what I noticed because I couldn't put my finger on it. He said, good food can change your whole day. Don't knock it if you haven't tried it. More of a bun bowl Hugh guy myself, but you take what you can get. I've got a good friend. He's from Kentucky. He did a 4 months, was it 4 months? Yeah, 4 month tour of Southeast Asia. He went to 7 countries. And he said the best food was Vietnam. He said, Cal, you can eat all day there for $5. He said, I'm not joking. He said, but the best city of all the places he went to, and remember, he went to Thailand, he went to all the places, Malaysia, Indonesia, he went all. He said, Cebu. He said, simply because it had everything that he was, trying to get, And I was shocked. That's Maryland. He came up to our condominium and we were staying in Horizon 101. And her eyes, she was on her phone and she looked up when he said that. It just depends on what you're looking for. Yeah. But that's how, we grew up hearing the men talk to the women. I saw a good debate last night, man, on, believe it or not, Pierce, what's Pierce, the English guy who people always get angry with. But they had Mark Hill, they had one of O.J. Simpson's lawyers, and then Jeffrey, the guy who wrote the book about O.J. Simpson. When they were talking about O.J. Simpson, man, go watch that on YouTube. What's his name? Pierce? What's his name? Oh, the English guy that pisses everybody off all the time. But it's Mark Lamont Hill. What's that lawyer that's really good, man? I mean, it's a hell of a man, you talking about information, man. They broke that O.J. Simpson case down. The Beach of Life says Fat Foe in the Fields is good. Michael Beach of Life, he knows a lot of these places. He helped me onto the La Lucha. And I keep bringing it up because really that's one of my favorite places. I love Mexican food. And those big tacos they sell in the soft taco shells, man. My God, man. I could eat them all day. I could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I met him when we were in Angeles City. He was fairly new then, I guess. I saw him. But yeah, he was in, it was the day before the meet and greet. He was in the same, we were eating breakfast there. He says, I'll take Senegang, a liar, over foe. He said, Jollibee's kind of whack, to be honest. Chicken is so small compared to other restaurants. If you like chicken, I'm going to tell you, now I don't know if they got spicy chicken, but if you like chicken, go to the Pancake House. That's some of the best chicken I've had. It's cooked all the way through. It's crispy. It's got flavor. whenever I go to Jollibee, I always get the spicy chicken. He said, Kamal, I can't stand the shitty attitude the Western women are having. Now they have no good men to date because they good men are all leaving. Well, you know what they say about us over there? We're immature. They're tired of raising children. Guys over there playing Xbox and all that all day and watching LeBron James all night. You know, that's what they're saying. I'm not saying it. They're saying that. Oh, there. I apologize, guys. Their pancakes are good too. Go to Jollibee for breakfast and order their pancakes and tell me, do they taste like fast food pancakes? They don't. They have the best pancakes, man, that I've ever tasted from a fast food restaurant. Yeah, hit up the like, guys. Beach of Light said, people clown on me for being a Starbucks whore, but that's why I go there. The drinks are consistent everywhere I go. I know what I'm getting, unlike the other 1,000 coffee joints in the big cities here. See, that makes a lot of sense. See, that's what I was talking about when he was saying Jerry's. The consistency's not there like Starbucks is because they have a standard. They say, well, no matter where my Starbucks is, we got a standard. But you're right. But I'm going to tell you something, man. Some of the best iced tea I've ever had when I came from my walk, the minute I landed, Levon Young had me, he bought me a tea. I want to say it was raspberry tea, and I want to say it was from Tom Tom's Coffee. Now, if it's consistent, and you go there now, if you're in Dumagate right now, it's right across from the boulevard, and you order that, it's either peach, I forgot which one we had, it was either peach or raspberry. Man, it was the best I've ever tasted. He said, I thought Golden Corral is closed. Yeah, Jollibee has great pancakes. They're not good, they're great. What's up, Passport X? There's no channel belt and cows for the real nitty gritty. You know, we're just talking about if you can't make it at home, you probably can't make it here. It doesn't get easier when you come to the Philippines. It actually gets harder. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? You're leaving a first world country with everything at your disposal. Now you're coming over here to the Philippines, but it's nothing at your disposal. You're not even part of society here. You got to be better here than you are at home. Does that make sense? That's all I'm saying. It doesn't get easier. Yeah, it's cheaper, but that's only going to take you so far. You better be sharp over here because you better be creative. You better be open-minded, man, and be able to think on the fly. If you're not going to make it, man. You're going to run to Thailand or one of those places. The easiest off the way. You know, the Philippines chews people up and spits them out because they get it confused about how easy it is to get a woman, and that's not even easy for real. They make it appear to be easy. That's a trap. And how easy it is to live here. Man, you got to have a whole lot going on for you to make the transition to the Philippines because it's all on you. Street Cred said, Cal, I'm here in Jontine Patia after nearly 6 years in Cebu. I got to see the difference long term, really. He said, Philippines got my heart, though. Yeah, and I just don't compare. I just don't compare. We're still on planet Earth. There's some things about the Philippines I absolutely love, man. You know, yeah, the other things are here too, but I've learned how to deal with them. Bumps and Bruises, go on his channel. He's got a great channel. He's got great footage because they got great cameras and stuff. He's single too. He lives there. Street Cred. He's been there for 20 years. He actually owns a house there. He said, Calvin, I don't know why people always try to compare these places. They don't go to enough spots in either country to make an informed comparison. He named like 8 spots that people go to in Thailand. That's it. And probably the same way in the Philippines. But that's what we'll do, and you know, because we want to have it better than you. What's up, Angelo Mac Habib? Why you keep changing your name? Thanks for that super sticker. It used to be Yusuf Habib. Then it was Angelo Habib. Now it's Angelo Mac Habib. Who you hiding from, man? The Beach of Life, thanks for that super chat. He said, lots of guys who don't make it here forget to pack one thing in their suitcase, a big bottle of patience. Man, tell me about it. It takes a lot of patience over here. I mean, far beyond anything we used to dealing with, because we don't have any patience in the way in America. Certainly, we don't stand in line or anything like that. Don't hand me a number. I'm coming back. Here they still handing out numbers. When I go into the bank, they give me a number. And you know, you in line, you better wait. You don't have a choice but to wait. I've waited in some of the longest lines as an adult in the Philippines that I've ever waited in, even as a child. There's some lines waiting for you over here. Wait till it gets back to normal. If it ever gets back to normal. Angelo says, I'm not hiding, but for the viewers, for your information, Yusuf is my middle name. Yeah, I'd like to, when we do finally hook up again, Angelo, I think it'll probably be easier to go to Panglao Bahal. I think you'll like it there. Kamal says it makes sense. The same infrastructure by which we've been so comforted will break you down with that ambition. Yeah, you got to get creative. You know, if you come to the Philippines for the big skyscrapers and all that, you know, you got to go to BGC, Rojas Boulevard, different places like that. Other than that, a lot of the places look the same. I don't know if I've ever been to a place as monolithic as the Philippines. I mean, it's really monolithic. Monolithic meaning it all looks the same to me, man, to a lot of places, except when you go to the beaches and stuff. But it's just something that you really I can't really grasp. It's the intangibles over here that keeps me here. It's not so much because I've done all that stuff. Yeah, he said don't go to the Philippine grocery store. Yeah, but if you go, you got to go a certain time, early in the morning, Monday through Thursday. Okay? Because any other time you're going to stand in a line. Man, when Typhoon Odette hit, you're talking about some long lines. But even without the long lines, if you go to Zamboanga City and you go to KCC Mall and you go to the grocery store, and you get in there at the wrong time, man, you're going to think that it's been a natural disaster. I mean, you're way back there. It's just something we're not used to. He said, Cal, you haven't been to Walmart standing in the checkout lines. Well, no, because I'm going to be, excuse me, when I left America, you know, we were using the self-checkout. Okay, well, you know, you didn't, and the express lanes and all that. See, there's no express lanes here. They'll say if you got the blue basket, if you got two blue baskets, if you got the big basket, more like that, but it don't matter here. Okay, they're not going to follow the rules. That's another thing. You in the big basket, and the four people in front of you got the little small blue basket. And you're thinking to yourself, well, you're supposed to be over there. No. He said, Cal, just let me know when you're ready. He says, I'm ready yesterday. Okay, brother, I mean it. He said, that's what the woman is for. Yeah, exactly. Because they'll stand in those lines like it ain't nothing. Yeah, I do, but I don't use it. The only ones that give me a discount is at the gym. I get 20% off. But remember, that doesn't go for, unless you're an SRV, you don't, that doesn't count for you. And I don't even know if it counts for you then. Maybe it does. Maybe you can get one of those senior citizen cards, because John had one, but he knew not to use it because they'll deport you for that. It's on the back. It's for Filipino citizens only. So yeah, I wouldn't try that. He said, facts. Just came from Land Bank and they gave me a number. Yeah, it's funny, man. I'm going to go to the bank today because I got to go to the grocery store, man. We ran out of everything. And they're going to give me a number when I go in there. Well, no, it's 60 over here. Okay? Where you get the discounts. Yeah, and that's the only one that it's ever given me a discount. Now, if the people, because most people don't think I'm 60, because they'll see me in the senior citizen line in the store when I'm trying to, because people don't really care about that either, but sometimes they do. You jump over there and they look at you like, you're not 60. Yes, I am. Free man Muad'Dib says Thai chicks are arrogant like expats. They don't want to learn English, and expats refuse to lose the arrogance. Just saying. Ex-Navy seen most of the world. Yeah, now, with Thai people, it's the same as Filipinos, okay? They're in their own country. It's like, you know, I don't have to learn English. You know, you learn Thai. And really, it's what the Filipinos are saying now. Even though a vast majority of Filipinos can speak English, they don't speak it. They don't speak it, man, at all. Why would they? They're in their own country. Go to one of these birthday parties. Okay. If you come to the meet and greet May the 2nd, you're going to hear more Tagalog and more Bisaya than anything else, than English. And when you take your girlfriend out on a double date, a triple date, or whatever it is, the girls are going to be speaking their language. And they're more likely going to be talking about you. Yeah, those long lines are apart. Grant says, hey, brother, what's your opinion on bringing a 26-year-old anesthesiologist doctor here if I'm 32 in shape and she says she would sign a prenup? Still a dumb idea. It's never really a dumb idea. It just depends on the woman. You know, you're talking about a doctor, though. The problem you're going to run into is that support group. That's a whole different support group over there, especially if you're talking about America, okay? They're way up there, okay, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, they're going to tell her, yeah, you're a doctor. She's not going to be as humble as she is over here. But I would say go for it, man, you know. But, you know, prenup doesn't do you a lot of good. It doesn't heal a broken heart, man, if she runs off. So are you a doctor or something? Because you're going to be going around doctors and these RNs and all that, man. And you know, in America, they'll make you feel out of place. You're not going to be able to understand the language, especially, but now you're way up there. I mean, I used to go to the cathedral, you know, once a month. And man, it's a good thing I came to the Philippines. If that would have been my first impression of Filipino people, I would have never came here. I mean, they stuck up, man. I'm just telling you. So no, I wouldn't. Most of the people who bring their girlfriends over there, they don't have a problem at all. Okay, you're gonna have men hitting on your woman and all that, but as far as her running off and all that, you're gonna have to find out who she is over here, really. And you know, the longer you vet her, the better. 53 Shades Darker's on here. He done vetted his woman for 6 or 7 years. You know, if there's a crack, he's seen it. But if you come in over here dating women for 1 year or something like that, 6 months, and you know, and all that, good luck when you bring her back. You don't know who you bringing back over there. But most of the people who come over there, they don't have a problem. Okay, I'm the only one of all the couples that we used to hang around with when I brought my wife to America. We're the only one that split up, and only because we came here. 10 years together now, but what I'm trying to tell you is most of them, they don't run off. You're always going to get, you know, squeaky wheel always gets the grease. We're always going to hear the bad stories. And then, you know, you're young and everything, but I'm just going to tell you, you know, them doctors and stuff like that, man, especially when they come over there, they catapult it to a whole other level. And, you know, they weren't, you know, Louis Vuitton and all of that, and you know, Maseratis and you know everything, man. I'm gonna tell you what they do over there, and this really messed up a lot of couples. They start comparing over there. Well, my husband's a doctor. He owns a business. You know, and they look at you, even though you're responsible for bringing her over. Now all of a sudden, oh, well, maybe now she's thinking maybe I made the wrong choice. That happens, okay, a lot over there. Hey, what's up, W Secrets to Success Vlog? Thanks for that super chat. He said, just tuning in to the live stream. It's show for tomorrow, Cal. No, you always say that. No. Remember, I'm 12 hours ahead of you. Well, actually 13 hours ahead of you. He said, get it together on the time. What's the topic of discussion? Pimping. If you can't make it in your own country, you're not going to make it here, wherever you go. If you're honest with yourself, you know, we always worry about, that's the first question we ask. How much is it going to cost? Or how much do I need to live in the Philippines? Well, you need a whole lot more than money. Okay? That's the first thing we ask. How much money am I going to need? Or can I make it on X amount of dollars? Not realizing it's the intangibles you need. That low cost of living has its advantages, man, but it's not going to do a whole lot for you. You're just going to be a loser over here with lower cost of living. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. If you just joined us, an American was arrested for lasciviousness in Angeles City. They didn't say what he did, but they were looking for him for some acts of lasciviousness. Lasciviousness, okay, like masturbating in public. exposing private parts in public, secretly looking into a private area to view another person, or sending a nude picture of yourself to a minor. All that is illegal over here. That's why I tell you to be very careful when you try to walk up on these women over here, man. You don't know how they're going to interpret that. Okay? Free man, Muad'Dib, thanks for that super chat. He said, speak to them. I live there too. They don't know until it's too late. Yeah, man. He said, with a lot of Philippines, it's all about status, but especially when you get over there. Okay, there was a brother. Okay, it was a brother. Now, he had a good job. I think he worked at Ford. He had his own house, nice truck. Remember, he did all this stuff to bring the woman over to America, man. That's not a small thing. That's nothing to shake a stick at. That's a life-changing decision he made for her. But she got with the wrong clique. The clique she was with, one woman, the husband was actually a doctor. One woman, the husband owned a construction company. They lived on a big ass farm, had acres. Now imagine this guy, I don't know who he was. The girl's from Angeles City. The man, he married the woman, she already had 4 children. Bought over there, they had another child. So now all of a sudden they done forgot where they come from. And they're putting this woman down because they live in a decent area, but they're not rich. Don't you know that woman ended up leaving? She's back over here in the Philippines, to get this, in Pagadian City, down in Mindanao, living in the province in a kubo with a Filipino man. I'm not knocking her for that. I'm just saying that this is what happens over there. So be careful, but not a lot, okay? But it does happen. They are going to get around and they are going to talk about you. And unless you really got a strong woman. But see, the people that I work, we used to go around, even though I didn't have a college degree, I was earning the big bucks, okay? We were living the life. I had the convertible. I had the BMW. They didn't say anything to me. They couldn't put her down, and she was, more, what I want to say, grounded than that anyway. I mean, we've been together 4 years before I ever brought her over. Some people appreciate what you're trying to do for them, but others don't. So sometimes you got to remind them. It's okay to remind them. You have that talk before you get over there. Don't forget where you came from. Do you really want to go over there if we really gonna try to make this work and everything like that? You have that talk before you go over there. Know the woman that you bringing over there. It's bad enough that we come over here, meet women online, come over here, move them right in without knowing them, marry them without knowing them. But it's a whole different story when you're talking about going over there because they've got a 10-year affidavit of support. Mine runs out in June. 10 years flew by. But, that's because most of the time we were together, well, half the time we were together. But just remember that, brother. I don't care that she's a doctor. You're responsible for her for 10 years. He said, yeah, I wish I was older. I could rent my house out for $17.50 a month and probably survive. I like working, though. Not ready to retire at 32. Yeah, that's pretty that's pretty young, but hell, if I had the money to retire at 32, don't think I wouldn't. Because working can be overrated. Michael B. Life said English is overrated. Working can be overrated. Give me $1 million and I'm 32 years old and I'm probably in Cebu. I'm probably in the Philippines, Thailand, somewhere, man. I'm not working. I'm not going to work myself to death because they don't appreciate it. Unless you're working for yourself. Most of us don't work for ourselves. They don't care, man. They're going to replace you, man. They're going to manage your time for you. What's up, Don? He said, man, some expats be going over there doing some dumb managed ass stuff. But that's who they are before they came over here. The Philippines didn't make them like that. They were already like that. That Angeles City, man, even though I like it, he said, who is this man, Pee Wee Herman? They've got some dead people up there. The last night we were there, this is when I noticed it. The last night, it was me, his brother from UK. They all came to the meet and greet. And then another brother from the United States. The brother from the United States, he lived in Angeles City. As a matter of fact, he was going to Vietnam in a couple of days for 2 weeks or whatever it was. It was me, them two, Maryland, another couple, well, two more couples. We were sitting in that bar right before you get to walk to the Sand Walking Street. You know, we were eating and, you know, they having some drinks and stuff. And you could just see these guys, man. You could see it in their eyes. They were gone. There was no coming back from that. He said sex pets, but you know, that's an interpretation right there. Because they think we're all sex pets, cause you just gotta know that you're not, because they're gonna think you're a sex pet anyway. So you just gotta know I'm not. He says, hey Grant, there are more fish in the sea, brother. Take your time, whatever you do. Yeah, because we don't know a whole lot about your situation. You just asking a general question. How long have you known her and all that? You know, that does mean something. What was she doing before you met her? Because this is a question we're afraid to ask women. Well, what were you doing before I showed up? Why won't you ask somebody that? What's wrong with that? We're afraid to do that. Especially when they start getting bossy and, you know, they forget where they came from. And now all of a sudden, you know, they're way up here and they're trying to look down. You're like, well, what were you doing before I showed up, lady? Don't forget where you came from. TJ said, my man said, I came to Thailand and they don't speak English. How dumb could these girls be? Yeah, Mike says, Filipino people are used to waiting in line. Well, I feel like that you need a whole lot of patience to live in the Philippines. Yeah, you do. You need a whole lot of stuff, man. You certainly got to have a positive attitude, no matter where you are. You got to have that stick-to-itness. Because, you know, we give up so easy. That's a character defect that a lot of Westerners got. We give up easy, man. What happened? Going on? Is that water? No. He said, would you say, what, 1 million in stocks, then just leave America and try to find out how to work online? My life is comfortable here in America, but the family law sucks. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about in my video. We got it good, man, in America. Everything's done for us. You know, but if I did have 1 million and I was 32 years old, you're talking about me, though. Me and you are two different people. I'm going to take my chances because guess what? Once that meal's gone, if it doesn't last the rest of my life, which it should, okay, in a place like the Philippines or Thailand, where your money really goes further, I can punch that clock again. What's up, Mitch? He said, better late than never. Yeah, the 10-year support is crazy. The affidavit support, whether you're with her or not. Okay? No. Who is this guy? I didn't mess up. She didn't leave me for my neighbor. See, this is what I'm talking about when I did the video the other day. You get these immature guys. This is a grown man, by the way. This is somebody's father, probably. Well, I hope not. I hope no woman will lay down with you, man. Okay? But this is what I'm talking about on my video. how the Matrix, mainly America, destroys men by the time they're 40. We're babies. We're grown babies. And you don't have nothing else to do with your precious time, man. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing more precious than your time. And you on here trolling somebody, man, get out of here. That's how you handle him. He said 10 years only if she stays in the United States. Well, not many of them are coming back. Some will, but most of them stay. Okay? And I can only speak. He said 2 weeks in the PI is not enough time to get to know what you're getting into. Man, say that again, okay? Because they won't listen to me, but for some reason we think it is, Freeman, Muad'Dib, because we'll come over here and we'll get married. Because we say, oh, well, I've been chatting with online for 5 months. It means absolutely nothing. You can only know so little, very little about a person online. We come over here 2 weeks, boom. We get married. We impregnate the women. We make all these crazy, impulsive decisions, only to pay for them down the road. Because what did Michael Beach of Life say? Bring the patience with you. We don't do it. He said the video is lacking. Hit the like button, y'all. Yeah, come on. Thanks, Ayan. Hey, Marlon, thanks for that super chat. Said, Calvin, where do you see things going a few years from now? YouTube is just a stepping stone for you, good sir. You're meant to shatter glass ceilings. Yeah, well, I'm practicing my writing, man. I'm practicing my motivational speaking. And just, like I said, managing my time, managing my health, managing my money. I just want to become unstoppable. I just want to get to it. So I just want to push myself because I never did it before. I never had time over there in that matrix. But I want to help as many people as I possibly can while I'm on YouTube before I graduate. But yeah, that's a good question, man. I think we all should have some type of plan, some type of 5-year plan. Where you going to be 5 years from now, they asked the man. And what makes a great? He said, you're going to be, it's going to depend on the 5 friends you hang around, the 5 books you read. So if you're hanging around with 4 broke people, you're going to be the 5th broke person. But yeah, really, there is no limit to what we can do. We just learned this much too late in our lives. We're too busy working, slaving, paying bills, squeaking out a living, man, barely existing, really. Living these hesitant, halting lives. Then when you get to a stage in your life where you can throw all that to the side, hell, you're 58, you're 60, you're 65, but it's never too late. He said, trust me, Cal, if and when they get there, they will be hoping you can be there to help their stupid asses. And look, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. No, they hide when they come over here. They hide. And then they go back home just as quietly as they came in. Because they come over here and they do everything wrong. Because they're grown men. They don't have to listen to us. They don't have to take our suggestions. They fall for these young women, man, and when it all goes down the tubes, because they're not using their common sense, they leave just as quietly as they came. So we don't know how many people have packed it in, Freeman, and went back home. We'll never know. All we know is the guys who are staying over here, who are able to stay above water and make it over here. We don't know how many men then come over here, how many are on their way out, because this place, man, this is a tough place. Okay, the Philippines would chew you up and spit you out, man. You better know what you're doing. And I'm not talking about, in the short run. I'm talking about the long run. Very few men stay over here over 5 years in a row. That's just facts. For some reason, they'll leave. They'll leave. They'll go somewhere else. Now, you need more time. If you're just going to be on vacation, Frank, 6 months to a year. See, when they did that that I'm always talking about, they didn't put a timeline on it. It's different for everybody. But they do know that process is true, that you all go through it. We all go through it. Yeah, but they don't tell you this. You can't smell a fart online, because they're going to fart in your damn face when you lay in the bed with them. And, they're going to burp, and they're going to do all that, pick their feet, and they're going to do all of that stuff. They're not going to do that online. You don't see that online. Then you come over here and be like, oh, man, what happened? But just depending on who you are, some people are just so far gone, man. And, like I said, you see one of these young women over here, 19, 20, 25. They just blow your mind. There's nothing anybody can say. You can't even stop yourself. He says some jealous dads in the U.S. and here in the Philippines, haters that hide behind a fake name. Real men are going to identify themselves. Yeah, I think that's immature, man. I didn't know it existed so much like it does. Yeah, this is an old axiom. Fail to plan to fail. He said, if you're rushing into marriage and starting a family in a foreign country, you must be inexperienced and haven't been wrecked yet in the West. No. It's too many old guys. We're reckless over here. I'm telling you from experience. And you would think, oh, we should be past that reckless stage. We should be beyond that by now. No, because we're too immature. We never grow up over there. They say age ain't nothing but a number. That's true, especially in America. Don't give a damn how old you are, man. I see guys in their 60s over here. These little young women, man, it's got them jumping through hoops, turning flips, running around in circles. Like, dude, why don't you flip that script? Okay, why don't you realize that you're the damn diamond? That without you, there is no party. And that she can't make one step forward without you. But they never grow up. They think they're 19 now, because she's 19 or 20 or whatever it is. But I saw where I couldn't believe it, and I still really don't know. That Armstrong couple, they said they got married online. Well, it's a wonder it didn't work. And then, she had 3 children already. And at 27, and remember, I tell you guys, look, if a woman is 30 and under with 3 children and no husband, don't fool with that. Something's wrong there over here in the Philippines. Okay, and you don't know if the one likely the children are going to be by the same man. Okay, this woman had 3 children already with a 1-year-old baby. It's like, man, come on, guys. So yeah, T Busy, you would think that we would be inexperienced, but we're not. We know good and damn well what we're doing. We can't get out of our own way. That's the problem. We can't get out of our own way. Freeman, Muad'Dib, thanks for that super chat. He said, when immigration stamped their passport, their brains are left at the airport. I'm just saying. No, here's what I tell people. They volunteer for lobotomy, Freeman, when they get on the plane. All your intelligence is gone. All this stuff here, your intelligence, your planning, your memory, all that is gone when you get on the plane. Before you even take off, they say, you know, you want to sign up for a free lobotomy. It's free. You know, we love free. Yeah. Boom. They cut that off. They get over here. They don't know what hit them. He said, are y'all serious about Filipinos farting and stuff in front of you? All women do that once they get comfortable with you. But I'm just saying, you can't see all of that online. Okay, you don't see all that. Remember, the taste, touch, smell test I tell you about. If you can't taste it, touch it, and smell it, it's not real. Get offline anyway with them women. You get online about a week before you're going to get here. That's it. Because the longer you chat with her, the worse off it's going to be. You're going to get emotionally connected, and then guess what? It's too late. You're going to send money, all the money you done sent, then you get over here and she's not who you think she is or who you think she was. All that money's gone, wasted. Money that you're going to need over here, by the way. Yeah, I had to disagree with that too, because you would think we would be inexperienced, but we're not, man. We're older guys over here, 60, 70, 80, 90. Act like we never seen a woman before. This is what shocks me more than anything else. I'm like, is it really that bad over there? Because I never paid attention, man. I promise you. When I didn't have a YouTube channel, I didn't pay attention. There was no need for me to pay attention over there in America. You know, because, you know, I have my wife with me. But evidently it is. It's really bad, man, because you see some of the stuff men are doing over here, and it makes you scratch your head. You be like, dude, you're so successful, you know, in everything else in your life, but then you just let a little bitty young woman over in the Philippines just wreck your whole life, just turn you inside out. Yep, because of the women we're dealing with, Thomas. You have to understand, these are young women. Remember I was talking about, you know, the age gap is no big deal over here. We make it a big deal. It's a topic of conversation, but it's no big deal. These women are in the prime of their lives. They're in their 20s. They're in their early 30s. Women over here even having babies at 40. All you got to do is touch them. They're not telling you to put on any rubber. You're not going to put it on, you know. That's reckless, and we all do it. Ka says she'll wreck your life, leave you with nothing, and go right back on the dating site the same night. That's too true, man. That people are hurt by the truth. See all those prenups and all that stuff. It doesn't heal a broken heart, man. You know, I don't want to come over here at 60 years old and get my heart broke. I don't know if I can handle a broken heart at 60. Freeman says they don't have a baby, they want one. Absolutely. I mean, it's part of the culture. They didn't grow up in a culture where women don't have children. Is it that bad over there? I mean, you would know, Frank. Aren't you over there? Is it really that bad? Because some guys are over there, they don't have a problem. They're not trying to get their passports. They say, hey, I got it. I mean, there's some good women over there. There's some happy couples. This is why I was telling W Secrets of Success. There are some happy couples. I mean, you know, but I'm going to tell you this. Before you make the jump over here, you have to know this one thing. Once you come over here and you get involved with a woman, you're never going to go back to that over there. I don't care how good of a woman they claim they are, how good they look. You'll never go back to that. I could never, I've been so spoiled here that I could never go back to dating in the West. It would be a waste of time. I would be miserable. You don't have to beg over here and all of that, man. You just have to be a man over here. That's all. I don't have to be the heavyweight champion of the Philippines. I just got to be responsible, caring, dependable, passionate, and be able, to hit that thing when she's ready. But they will spoil you here. There's no way I would go back to that over there. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to do it. But if it's that bad, hopefully retire by this year. But I repeat, not only is it that bad, it's way worse. But YouTube be softening it. So it is that bad. See, I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. And remember, I've been coming over here since 2009, so I haven't dealt with a Western woman. Even when I was over there, I was dealing with a woman from Cuba. I mean, she was almost fresh from Spain. She hadn't even lived in America, hell, probably 6 months when I met her. I haven't dealt with a Western woman since 2009. So I really wouldn't know. And there was no reason for me to pay attention. I wasn't even paying attention. Because I know when you come over here, though, I'm telling you will never go back to that. I wouldn't. Okay, listen to this. Y'all may think I'm joking. I wouldn't change Maryland for Beyonce. Because I know there's going to come a time when Beyonce is going to buck up to me. She's going to confront me. I'm making all this money, and all this. It's going to be her attitude. That Western attitude is going to show up. It's never going to happen here. If I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning, man, and I want it, I'm going to get it. It's not just sex, man. It's just everything. They don't have a problem being a woman. This is what I've been used to for the last 15 years. When I look like going back arguing over some bullshit that we used to argue about over big and, hey, it's my birthday, please. And, just put your mouth on it. Just touch it. I don't deal with all this stuff. Hey, Happy Man 6920, thanks for that super chat. He said the builder, the Armstrong channel, he and his wife are getting divorced. She got the company and they split the sale of the house. Sucks, but yeah, shit happened. I think they got married online, if I'm not for sure. I think that's what they did. I mean, it's just too many red flags with that situation. It's their business, not my business. Remember, we don't really gossip on here. I'm going to shut the fuck up about their situation and mind my own business. Hey, Blizzard Abroad, he said, Cal, I think your message is hitting home with us younger guys, 30 and 40, future expats. I hope it is. My point is to show you got options. That's all. And this is just one option. That's all I'm doing. I'm not an entertainment channel. Do I go places sometime and bring y'all with me? Yeah. Do I talk about what I used to do when I first came over here? Yeah. Because I'm going to do a video. It's coming up. My 3 Filipino girlfriends. I had 3 Filipino girlfriends at one time. But the whole thing is to show you that you can't change the Philippines, but the Philippines can change you. See, when I came over here, I was 45. Okay. I was never going to get married again. I went through that bitter divorce, or I was going through a bitter divorce. I was going to have some fun, man. And I had some fun. Nobody's going to tie me down. I just had that carefree attitude. But eventually, it caused some harm. And that's when as you get older, you learn. But I did. And for a long time, it was just, how sweet it is. Remember Ralph Cramden? It was like that, man. I had one woman in Cebu City, one in Cagayan de Oro, one in Zamboanga City, and I just would make my round. And they knew about each other, and they would compete with each other. Okay, because may the best woman win. They know what they're competing for their visa is what they're doing. But you know, after a while, you know, you see where that takes you, man. You know, you start, the longer you're here, you start looking at people like fellow human beings. You know, it's like that's, you're still on planet Earth. And remember, they're not really easy. They make it appear to be easy. And I took advantage of that, you know, because I knew they had what I wanted and I had something they wanted. Twin Lucky said, USA has Asian girls and fresh off the boat. My last two are from China. Both were a few years in USA, but the problem is there's not many. It's way easy in Asia just because of pure numbers. But okay, well, if you got a good one, what happened? I don't understand. Why do you need all those women? You only need one good one. You saying you got all of those? What happened? If they were so good, fresh off the boat, what I'm saying. And remember, guys, it's not about the women. Stop making about the women. This is where the passport bro movement has I've fallen out with the passport bro movement. You're making it all about women, man. It's not about the women. You're gonna have a woman. You gotta make it about something else. What about you? Get your health together, get your money together, get your time together, man. Because you're gonna be this, otherwise you're just gonna be the same man with a new woman. And because you couldn't keep a woman over there, you're not going to be able to keep a woman over here. You got to get better over here, guys. If you don't hear what I'm saying, nothing outside of you, including a woman, is going to make that for you. Will she motivate you? Will she inspire you? Yeah. But you still got to do the work. This is where I fall out with the passport move. Every passport video you see, post you see, it's always about the one. They got one. Oh, look what he got. I'm like, man, y'all missing the point altogether. He said the Western women are very masculine now. I saw one today that was growing a beard. Y'all think I'm kidding? No, I don't think you're kidding. You're not gonna have a new bank account. You're not gonna have a new body or anything, a new way of thinking. Then it's gonna fail like all your other relationships fail. It's the same with the cost of living thing. You're just gonna be a loser over here with a lower cost of living. Nothing else is gonna change about you. We gotta start taking advantage of what places like the Philippines and Thailand and all these places offer besides women. I'm just telling you, man. You're shortchanging yourself when you do that. Because she's not gonna bring you out of debt. If you're honest, you got debt, man. Pay off your damn debt. Get your money together. Get your health together. You come over here, you got these young, beautiful women. You're not going to be able to do anything. They're human beings. They want to be satisfied. After they get all the money from you that they need, now they want to be satisfied. You already know what I'm going to give, but I'm just saying, I promise you, man, I will not trade Maryland for the finest woman over there. I've had black women. I was married to a black woman for 18 years, but I'm not into all that stuff, man. I'm a human being. If she's a woman, then I may be interested then, okay? I got to start from there, though. She's got to be a woman. But Merlin's just taking it to a whole other level. It's like, you know, she checks all the boxes for me. And the fact that she had 2 children when I met her means nothing at all to me. I'm not that shallow, okay? Because I'm not going to throw a piece of gold back into the damn ground because it still got some dross, okay? I'm going to get that off there. He said, I agree. The passport movement has made a bad name for itself. Most of these so-called passport bros visit countries short term, but promote themselves as experts, particularly about women. Yeah, that's the only problem I've got. I don't mind them going to different places and all that and traversing around the planet. Good for them. But don't make it about women, man. Don't say, okay, well, look what I got now over here. If you haven't changed. Now, if you already, you know, you're already evolved and you can't improve anymore, then I get it, but it's not too many people at that level. But to make it all about a woman, that's cringy to me. I can't agree with that. And then they get, once they get over here and get with a woman, now you stuck. You can't see the beautiful beaches, the volcanoes, the waterfalls, the everything it is you need to see because you got some woman on your back. You haven't even had time to enjoy yourself, to really be free. You're jumping from the frying pan into the fire. That doesn't make sense to me. Because at the end of the day, she's still going to be a woman. Are they different over here? Absolutely. But it's still a woman. Women can't change you, man. You better change your damn self, man. You better take this opportunity, man, to really free yourself. And the better you manage your time, the better you manage your health, the better you manage your money, the better woman you're going to end up with. Otherwise, you're just going to be the same individual with a woman. None of your other relationships worked out. And she's not going to like you. Eventually, she's not going to like you for the same reason the woman over there in your country didn't like you. Because you're out of shape. You don't like to have fun. You don't go anywhere because you don't have any money. I don't get it. I don't get that. At some point you got to say, well, what am I bringing to the table other than I'm from America? Because all these manospheres, they saying don't do anything for the woman. Just show up, they're saying. Now you got to do more than show up. Hey, what's up, Jungle Man, Space Cowboy? Check his channel out. He's in Angeles City. If y'all want to see if y'all into bar girls and like that, he's got real bar girls. They talk into the camera. They're living with him. He said the issue is that the women here don't want to be feminine. The new feminine is the best car, the best house, a credit card with no limits, and they want the career, but have you still paid for it all? Yeah, I understand that. Perfectly clear. Because you're living in that society. So when you do get a feminine woman, now what? Is that all you need to, because I don't need a woman to complete me. So is that all you're missing, Marlon? And then that's going to be it? Because she's going to come with her unique set of problems. They're not perfect out here. And you may have to deal with that over there. Now, what you got to deal with over here? You're going to deal with something over here. You're just trading problems, really. So if you get yourself together and you say, you know what, I'm coming to the Philippines for, that cost of living, man, sure look good. Now I can buy more Bitcoin. I can up my investments. I can pay off my debt. My savings is looking fat, man. Now I got all this time. I can get my body in shape. That six-pack I've been chasing my whole life. I can get that now. I can become the best version of myself now. Because nothing outside of us, guys, is going to fix you. And this is the wrong message Passport Bro movement is sending. That some woman is the answer to their problems. If they are, man, you weak. You're a weak ass man. If a woman is going to be the answer to your problem. Yeah. Thank you, Markel. He says we got to stop complaining about women and instead focus on happiness. And that's a journey, man. Get your life together. My mother told me that, man. I couldn't have been 8 years old. She said, that's the least of your worries. If you get yourself together, a woman is the least of your worries. I'm never forgetting that. But what we do, we start chasing women who are standing still. They're not even going anywhere. And we mess it all up. Instead of coming over here shining like a brand new penny, a dollar bill or whatever it is, shining like new money over here, and letting them beat a path to our door, we're flying over across the world chasing women down, putting them up on. Don't absolve yourself of guilt of what's happened to relationships over there. It takes two to tango. We were part of the problem. So now you're going to be the problem over here because you still got the same mindset. Yeah, she's nicer looking and all that. Because you got to get to a point where you say, well, that's what I deserve. Okay? I should have a woman like that. Because like attracts like, man. Opposites don't attract. That's only in science. In human relationships, like attracts like. I don't want somebody opposite of me. So if I'm firing up on all 12 cylinders, that's the type of woman I'm going to attract. She's going to be on the same vibrational level as I'm on. All you want is a feminine woman that can't think for herself, that wants you to do everything for her. Man, it's going to drive you crazy. It's going to get old real quick. So guys, don't make that the focus. He said, then it's the passport bros falling for Philippines rookie moves the seasoned vets know to avoid. Yeah, because they're not over here long enough. Okay, to really be given any type of relationship advice. Can they say, okay, yeah, here's how I was treated when I went to such and such place? And if you're young and you can afford to travel around and see the world, why not? But don't make it about a woman because you're going to have a woman. It's the least of your worries. Yeah, we got to work on ourselves. We don't do enough of that. We take everything for granted because we over there. You only think you good enough right now. Maybe that's the problem. You're not on the level that these women are looking for. Moments with Mitch says, I mainly want no winter and lower cost of living. It's not free here. At least the Philippines is honest about the freedom of speech issue. He says, I'm at that point. I just got to find the right partner. Well, let them find you. Throw your picker away, Marlon, because obviously it's broke. This is the point I'm trying to make. Let them find you. If you are the prize, if you are the catch, then they're going to know it. A woman's intuition, she's going to know it. They can smell a good man from a mile away. Throw your picker away, man, because it's broke. You don't know what a good woman is. If you knew, you'd have one. We'd all have one. Okay, we're not saying that. We're saying that this is what the Passport Bro movement is pushing out there. That it's all about a woman. You know, have a relationship with yourself. That's what we're afraid of, twin. Okay, you're afraid to look in the mirror and confront your flaws and say, I'm 20 pounds overweight. I don't have enough money in the bank to retire or to even travel or to do it, the things I really want to do. See, we can come online and we can play this game all day, man. I done put myself out here. You can come over here because hundreds of people have. I am who I say I am because I'm doing the things that I talk about. Ain't about no woman, man. You know, it's about me. The things we were talking about, what Managing your time, managing your health, managing your money does for you. It makes you a better person. Your well-being, okay? You're better off. Less stress. You're happier. You live longer. Doesn't that sound good to you besides some chicken head woman? Be careful what you wish for, because when you get your life together, guy, you're gonna be like you're gonna be the honey. Because what they say, honeys attract more. Honey attracts more bees than vinegar. You're vinegar right now. You want to become honey, and that's what happens. Talk to the guys who's already there. Woman ain't nothing they worried about, man. W Secret to Success, when he came over here, man, he wasn't even chasing women. They were chasing him. Same when he went to Thailand. Women have that intuition. They know a good man. They're going to flock to you. We're over here chasing women, man. Chicken heads at that. Don't have 2 damn pesos to rub against each other. We just want a piece of pussy. That's all we want. Just say it then. Be honest with yourself. He said, Cal, $80,000 a year isn't much money for most American women because it's so expensive. You have to have LeBron James money for them to give a chance. Well, who gives a damn? It's what we're saying. Who gives a damn what the women think? Get your life together. Raise that 80,000 up. You don't think it's possible? It is possible. Grumpy Dude Brand said women are the problem in a man's life. Question: if there were no women, would men even work to achieve anything? Nowadays, yeah. I have to answer that, yeah, because here's how messed up our society is. This is before I left. I knew this. A lot of men, we ride around and we dress up and do all that to try to impress other men. Grumpy Dude Brand, we're not trying to impress women. We're trying to impress these other thugs, the other men. Oh, look at my rims. Look at my gold jewelry. Look at my new Jordans. We do all that to impress other men because that's all we're around. We're hanging around other men. We don't know what to do to attract the women. We know what to do to attract the men. You know, we know what to do to attract men, but we don't know what to do to attract women. Not good women. He says, I hear you, but I'm at the point I want to find the right life partner. Okay, that's why I'm trying to give you some good sound advice, Marlon. Throw your picker away. You don't know a good woman when you see one. If you did, you'd have her already. Just think about all the women you've chosen and what happened to the relationship. That's why you're out here trying to find one now. Let her find you. Get yourself together and let the woman find you. Because she will. I promise you they will. Especially when you come over here. Okay, what men don't understand here that I can't get it through y'all's heads. That we're the prey over here. These women are predators over here, man. Okay? But they got the script flipped. They want you to think, they make it appear like you're chasing them. No, they're chasing you. They want what you got, and they're willing to go to any length to get it. I'm seeing it. I'm experiencing it. Okay? But y'all come over here with that same tired-ass game that you're playing over there. Just come over here, man, shine like new money. You don't have to worry about a woman, man. You're going to attract them. Then you're going to have to say, okay, which one I want. Let me get to know you. Let me stir this pot up a little bit. Okay, let me sow some oats a little bit. You know, that's why you tell these women online, quit being afraid. Look, I'm not just seeing you. I'm seeing 3 other women because I want to make sure I get the right one. You may not be the right one for me. It's not about women anyway. Tell her that and see what happens. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. They're chasing you. but it sounds so weird. It sounds so foreign that you can't wrap it around your mind. Man, you are the prey over here. I don't care what these women look like. I don't care what you hearing on YouTube. I'm telling you what it is. I'm living it. I don't even look at the women in the eye anymore because I know I'm being hunted. They know what I can do. I can change their life just like that. You don't think a woman wants that? So why would I come over here chasing a woman like, oh, look at me, look at the prize here, when I'm the prize? They should be making videos and vlogs about me. Look at my man. But you never see that on YouTube. It's always look at the woman I got. Show me the video where the woman said, oh, look at the man I got. I'm so proud of him. Moments with Miss says, you're correct about like attracts like, even on the subconscious level. It's true. Every soul attracts its own. You hang around people for a reason, man. Y'all got a lot in common. But when you make it about women, man, that's got old, guys. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You know. He said, if we do not change our direction, we are likely to end up where we are headed. And this is what happens. We think all of a sudden there's a magic potion over here. All I got to do is meet the right person. You already are the right person. Okay? You don't have to, if you get your time, your money, your health in order, you're already the right person. Let them find you, man. I'm not chasing a woman anymore. I'm 60 years old. I'm not chasing any woman anymore. I'm sorry. I've already got everything a woman wants. Over here especially. And I choose to live here. So what do I look like? I'm hustling backwards. Get yourself together, guys. Okay, because a woman she really doesn't want a fat, out of shape, broke man who don't know how to manage his time. They don't want that for real. They settle for it because they don't have any other choice. But that's not really what they want. So that's why your relationship's not going to work over here. That's all I'm saying. Women don't want that. W Secret to Success, thanks for that super chat. He says, Bobby Caldwell said it. Some people go around the world looking for love and they never find what they're dreaming of. What you won't do for love. Yeah. You tried everything and you don't give up, but you don't give up, you know. You know, it's just like, man, you know, we're looking for it in the wrong places, guys. But I got to get off of here. We got to go to I normally go to the True Girls on here. They said agree. Yeah, they don't want no fat woman. They don't want no fat man. Okay. They don't want a broke man. If you out there right now, here's what a woman wants. A man who knows where he's going. He knows how to get there. He's able to get there and he can pay his own way. That's what they want. Become that man and you'll never chase another woman. But if you're just going to be the same man in America and then come over here in the Philippines and think, oh, I got a little extra money, you're going to end up with the same type of women that you had over there. Nothing's ever going to change. He said, fat is okay as long as it's not broke. No, because believe it or not, y'all want to get pounded every now and then. You want that mattress judo is what we call it. Just to be, you know, not be so, you know, lewd and nasty. Y'all want that good loving too. And if a man's out of shape and all that, he's not going to give you good love. He's not going to be able to. Hey, Freeman, thank you. And welcome to the Sunshine Shoulders community. Thank y'all for all your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders, man. I never take it for granted. May the 2nd is a meet and greet. Everybody's invited. It don't cost anything to get in. All you have to do is get there. Meg's Resort, about 4 p.m. until. I'm paying for the venue. I'm paying for the food. All you got to do, buy your own beer or whatever it is. You even get Coke with your meal. So if you want to drink liquor or buy beer, you got to bring that or buy it yourself. But become that man, guys. That's what you won't have to worry about a woman. But as long as you make the woman, as long as you make it all about the woman, you already done lost. I done fell out with the passport bro movement about that. They always ready to stick some old chicken haired woman in front and say, oh, look what I got. Nothing. Something somebody else done had. Don't do anything stupid. Like get married online or something stupid like that. Hey, thank you. Free man, Moabib. He said, Calvin, I was here when you started. I'm the professor. Yeah. Thank you, brother, for all your support.